it's Matthew, and it's now the 17th of the 11th 2017. Now we've got many images to go through, and on the screen here you can see the sun for New York City in 1986. Now it's still bright, isn't it, for that time of the day, coming along about 3 p.m. Look at the blue sky, look at the yellowness of the sun. No chem planes, no chemtrails. It was just a beautiful sky back then. So we're going to go to different people's images, and we've got clippings of other videos that have been brought in from holiday snaps, clips and blue skies from early 1970s, the 1960s, 1980s and so on. So please enjoy this video, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, we've got this first photograph come in from Thomas Clan. He's based in the USA, and he can see this sky every single day. He notices those chem planes, and he notices the dark skies with this object, again this white light source, just pure chem lines, and it's covering up every day. We are all seeing this. Now looking at that footage from 1986 in New York City, it is so much different now, isn't it? Our skies have truly changed. Now let's go to another one of Thomas's images. Here we have another image that was taken just around 10:30 in the morning. What we're seeing here on the screen is evidence that there's something going on. Okay, look to the top right hand corner on the screen. You're seeing a dark shadow, again a dark blue sky, very very dark for that time in the morning. This line here is a chemtrail. You can see how it's forming and trying to build up this poison in the sky to hide the truth. Every day we're seeing this, and in the past we never saw any of these skies. Let me move to the next image. This is the next photograph as well that Thomas sent in. Chem lines and a haze every single day, and the sun and this object, this reflector, is causing a huge problem, because we're not getting the vitamin D, are we? We're not getting the minerals and the health that we had in the past. So Thomas, thank you for these images, and big respect to you too. Here we have some more attachments coming in from Tanya. Now this kind subscriber is always looking up as well, just like all of you. Look at this shadow here. You can see this chemtrail. This is not a contrail, okay? Because a contrail would just mist off, it'd just disappear as it's trailing through the sky. But chemtrails just stay there for hours. They just linger, and they just separate and cause all this poisonous, harmful chemicals to be spread. Look above. All above that you can see is just poison. You can see this chemtrail as well in the sky here. So again, thank you for this photograph, because again we just need to try and get as many of members of the public to become aware that these are chemtrails spraying the skies to hide the truth. Here we have another image from Taz. Look at the change of the colours and everything. Look at the sun here. Look at this colour. It's far too white, this reflector in the skies. Chemtrails, lines, and everything up there is just poison again, just being sprayed all the time. Now this image was taken just before 10 AM. Look again how this darkness comes about the skies, and the trees and everything are just the tops and everything are just being destroyed. So again, thank you for this image. We've got some other attachments coming in from Michael. Now this kind subscriber has sent an email with his business, and he's showing the skies. Now look again, this object, look above and even further higher, far too dark for the AM skies. This was taken around 9:30, and through the day here in the UK as well, we are seeing another colour reflecting through. Look at the two colours. Now many of you have sent emails as well stating that this colour becomes very red on the horizon, orange, different colours all the time. Let me go to the next photograph. Here's the next image. Now it's taken just moments afterwards, but you can just notice, can't you, that HAARP is on full power because everything on the screen is being controlled to hide this system, to hide the problem with the sun. Now, what we're seeing here is a reflection from that reflector, okay, that they've been using for a long time, and I still believe it's breaking down, because now what we're seeing on the horizon is our natural colour of the sun that's dimming, it's dying, okay, and the truth has it that this reflector is just above our atmosphere, because look at the sky here. Now our natural sun is dimming, it's darkening, okay. Now this is because we're looking at the sky as being far too dim, meaning that our natural sun was brightening up at this time in the morning. It was brightening up everything. So we've got a huge problem on our hands, haven't we? They're using this, but it's not as strong as a reflector like the natural sun was in the past. Let me go to the next photo. Now we have a photograph that's come in from Gabriel Gazelle. Now this kind subscriber is sending in lots of information, photographs as well, and this is what they're seeing every single day. They're seeing that halo and those military planes spraying every morning to cause this that you see on the screen. Look again, the sun has changed, it's changed colour, and if you look closely as well just below, you can see the natural sun's reflection that's hidden behind that reflector. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a video from a kind subscriber, this holiday footage, and I just want you to notice the clear skies as they drive down the beach of Rio de Janeiro, and it is just a blue sky. Now the thing is, this photograph, okay, was taken around 9:30. Now on the video footage was taken around 9:30 as well. So this is what we're seeing in 2017, and now I'm going to show you video footage for the 1980s. Okay, this is a piece of footage that's coming in from a subscriber that would like to remain anonymous. But again, this is Rio de Janeiro back in the 1980s. Look at the blue sky. Look at the reflection of the sun, the yellow reflection again. Just the natural colours that you see on the screen. Everybody just enjoying their holidays. No chem planes, no spraying at all. As now in the 2017s, they're hammering our skies. So again, thank you for sending this piece of footage in. And indeed it looks clear, fresh, and that's what we want back. We want our blue skies back, as you can see on the screen. Here we have another photograph that's come in from Gabriel as well. And I'm not trying to worry anybody, but what we're seeing on the screen is a lot different than when you saw that footage from Rio de Janeiro. Look at the reflection to the left side. Those chemtrails, everything is being hammered up there. We are seeing the skies that are truly changed as well, and more people now are seeing these strange reflections in the sky. So thank you for this footage as well, this kind email you sent in, and also God bless you too. Okay, we've got another image that's come in from 007. We had footage and images from this kind subscriber just recently, but he's taken an image, okay, of the skies at 10 AM, and he noticed that everything become like a white fluorescent reflection, the same as many other photographs that have come in. Around that time, we are seeing this. Look at those chems again that are being sprayed in front of this reflector. Look on the building. If you look closely in the middle center below screen, you can see that rooftop. It's the wrong color for our natural color, the sun. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play another video that was sent in by another kind person. You can see also on the beach and the people the yellow, beautiful yellow color that's reflecting from our original sun. Now this video is again another piece of clipping from this kind person back in the day. So I'm going to play it for you now, and it's around about 10 AM. Okay, now this is the video footage that was sent in. Now this is back in the 1960s. Now like 007's image that you just saw from the 10 AM skies, this footage was recorded as it's emailed to say 10 AM. Now look at that yellow colour that you can see on the beach. It's different, isn't it? Look at the people, the reflection of the sun. It's yellow. It's the natural colour that we saw before that was giving us vitamin D and also to keep us healthy. But now it's changed, isn't it? Look at this lady's face. The sun is beaming on these people, on the clothing and everything. They're just enjoying their day and it's just the yellow sun. So thank you for this image. Here we have another image from 007. Now this kind subscriber is still taking images right now. Also, looking back at that footage, look at the difference. Look at the fluorescent light source. It's different, isn't it now? It's not that yellow haze in the 10 AM skies. So again, it's important to look at the vintage footage to the up-to-date footage and match the two together to see the differences. So thank you for this photograph, because again you can see just the haze in the sky. The sun has changed its colour and the reflections, everything, all the surroundings around us as well. Trees, no birds flying about. It is a lot stranger now. So thank you for this photograph. Okay, we've got another image that's coming from Latia. Now she states in her email as well, seeing this every day. Every single day she states as well that she's feeling very heavy, low energy and depression. Feel very depressed, and the doctors don't seem to understand what's wrong with her. They don't have a clue. But again, it's all about money, isn't it? The government, the powers that be. It's an agenda, isn't it? Agenda 21. It's not stopping, because they are still taking our taxpayers' money. And again, it has to be said about the black budget, because they're still at it. They know this system's coming. The skies have changed. The whole system's changed. What we're seeing in the skies are poisons affecting everybody. So again, thank you for this photograph. Okay, now Latia has sent these images as well in. She's in the USA and she's showing you those lines in the skies and them strange formations. We're seeing a lot of this as well in the skies. All of it is unnatural. To try and cover up our skies, to try and cover up the truth. Let me go to the next image. Now, Latia turned round on an email stating when she took this photograph, around 10:30, everything just went to a dimness. Okay, now there's thousands and thousands of people that are sending emails in, even sending their messages on the comment board, explaining that there is a dip of darkness in the sky around 10 to about 12:30, and then again 3 PM. Now, I've seen this, and many of you have seen this too, so we're going to continue to show the truth. This image is just showing you that this is what's happening in our times, in our day and age now. We are seeing these poisons in our skies, and we do at one point need to stand up to this, because still the weather channels that are being manipulated by the powers that be, being controlled to make people believe that everything's okay, are still saying that everything's fine, the weather patterns are just normal. But what we're seeing on the screen is far from normal. Now I'm going to play another video from another subscriber showing you the skies from back in the day. It's important to see these clippings that have been sent in to show the people of what the skies were like in the past, because the younger generation will get used to these skies you can see on the photographs. Okay, they sadly think, many of them think that this is normal, but it's not. They're not passenger planes, they are military jets spraying to cover up the truth. Now what I'm going to do is play this video, and I hope that the younger generation are going to watch this too. Okay, this next piece of footage is short, but again, it's in the 1990s. Look at the clear blue skies. There is no chem planes. Everything is wonderfully clear, and that's what we want back. People just being happy and just enjoying their day. There's no technology to dumb people down. Mobile phones, computers. I mean, it is, and it was, the good old days. Look, no spraying being done on this video. So thank you again for sending this in. Here's Latia's next photograph as well, just been sent in. And if you think about it as well, if this is geoengineering, especially in Vegas and, I mean, higher populated areas. Now why would they do this? Because some parts of Africa and very poor countries across the world that are finding it very difficult with temperatures that are scorching high, very droughtful areas, no water, low on food and things and what have you, but they don't geoengineer those areas that do need rain, areas that do need their weather patterns to change. They're not doing it. They're just spraying across the higher populated areas. Now we've got to think out the box with this, haven't we? Now I've studied this for quite some time, made quite a few videos, and whilst doing the videos I've been thinking for myself about this as well, and I'm getting lots of information by kind people that are fully aware to the truth. So again, we've got to think that they're spraying our skies saying it's to do with geoengineering, but we don't need it. We don't need them to spray our skies, because where we are, it's been fine in the past years, many years back. Hadn't seen no chem planes. I mean, I know it's been going on for a good few years, but it's getting worse, isn't it? There's no need to do this. Only the reason I believe that they're doing this is to cover up objects that are out there reflecting and affecting our sun. That is the truth of what's going on, and I will continue to do this. I'm going to now go to the next image. Okay, we've got two attachments that have come in from Night Ace. Now this subscriber stays out in fields and he scans the skies all the time. He picks up objects, and he said as well in his email he will be sending lots of photographs in for whatever he catches in the skies. And that's fantastic, isn't it? Like all of us. Anything that you see unusual, please do send it in, because on this photograph of the early morning sunrise to the other side, he picked up this pink rainbow, and again he sees those chemtrails. He explains as well on the next photograph of a strange red colour in the skies. Here we have the next photograph from this kind subscriber. Now he's got his telescope, he's got everything, and he watches and scans the skies where you can see on the screen. Now before the morning sunrise, I mean, look at that haze to the left side. We're seeing this haze in the sky, and then it disappears, it goes to the right. This is happening and showing up all across the world. Now I had an email as well that in Spain many people have looked up and noticed an object to the right side of the sun, and I will produce images on this on another later video. But it is becoming much more stranger now, because more people around the world are looking at different situations now. They're looking at differences in our skies, and again it's just so important to pick up anything. Let me go to another image. We have three attachments from a kind subscriber called Paul from Colorado. Sent these photos in. He states for the past 3 weeks it's just been like this all the time. He sees those military planes spraying thousands of feet high through the night time. You can see the lights flashing on and off those planes, and in the morning it's just this, just a whole blanket of chemtrails. And why spray Colorado? Because Colorado is, and has been in the past, a healthy city. I mean, the areas around the world don't make sense why they spray in the higher populated areas. Why not just spray the needed areas like Africa? I mean, there's people there that are very poor, that need help and support. I mean, other parts of the world as well where it's far too hot, and it's a situation where they're not helping or doing the right thing, are they? They're just spraying our skies. Now there's a problem there, isn't there? And that thought of that long word again, depopulation, I mean, that comes into my mind many times, and I just feel that when you look at the past videos as well, something isn't ringing right. And all I can think of again is that they're hiding the truth. We're seeing a huge shadow as well at 12 PM. The lights of the sun just dips, doesn't it? And also again, look on that horizon as well. It's very important. You will see a red-orange haze, and it's becoming much stronger as well as that reflector is rising in the sky. Let's go to another one of Paul's images. Now, as Paul's described on the photographs on an email, he states that all this is happening every single day, and he's seeing those lines again, and they're just continuously doing this, and the skies become very dark. They're covering up the truth. Why spray the whole sky? Okay, why spray? Why cause the halo in the sky as well? It's not to do with geoengineering. Again, it's to block the truth. Let me go to the next image. Here is the next photograph as well, and before the reflector rises, he's seeing all these lines again, and we're seeing all these strange formations, these waves in the sky. Again, it's just a whole blanket of haze with chemtrails. Everything in the sky you're seeing. It's very unhealthy. Now, thank you, Paul, for these attachments. And I'm going to show you another video that came in. It's another holiday video from a kind person to show you the skies were much different at the 10 AM time back in the day. Okay, we've got some footage that was sent in. Now, this was like in the 60s, but again, you're seeing blue skies, aren't you? You're seeing a normal colour, and people back then, again, it's so evident that they were happier. They were much more happier, much more pleasant back in the day. There was again no mobile technology to dumb us down, and no spraying you can see on the screen there. So also it is so evident and important to show these images from the past, because people were more pleasant, and the reflection of the sun is and was so much different than it was before. Now again, this subscriber said it was taken around 10 AM, this footage. No darkness, is there? Now we've just seen that footage, okay, of them people on the bus back in the early years, and above their heads in the sky it was perfectly blue with no chemtrails round about 10 AM, because I asked the people, okay, to pick up footage from about 10 AM. Look on the screen. Need I say any more? Look at those lines again in the skies. Look at that haze and the dark shadow above, and that object again that's not our sun. It's being covered up. We see the reflection of the sun on the horizon, and still I really hope that many people now will keep an eye on that horizon and see that separate colour that's getting stronger now. So again, thank you, Paul, for this photograph, because still many people believe that these are passenger airlines. And as I've said before, there are websites being spilled out onto the internet stating that it is a conspiracy, that chemtrails are not real. But now I hope that people are starting to seriously wake up to this truth. So thank you for this photo. Here we have another attachment that's coming in for the UK from Mr. Stephen Gear. This kind person as well is seeing the truth, is seeing those chem lines, and it just doesn't look real, does it, to many people that say this? Because what you should see is them buildings, the trees, and just a beautiful sky with a normal yellow sun that we've seen in the past. But of course you can just see these chem lines that are trying to seal up the truth to stop us seeing what's going on. Look at the sun, it's a different colour. We've seen this other haze on the horizon from our original sun that's dying. Look at this reflection as well here to the right side. Dark skies. Here it's got worse as well. There's a dark shadow that's behind here, and still people living in these houses are not looking up, are they? It's very important that we start to look up now, because preparing for an incoming event is so seriously important. Okay, Mr. Stephen Gear sent this image in as well. You can clearly see, can't you, that our skies are just being plastered. I mean, it's got seriously worse, hasn't it? He states, and other emails that are coming from across the world as well. People that don't know each other, but they're coming out with the same information. This is truly a truthful situation, isn't it? That someone from a different part of the world in Singapore is emailing saying it's building up, it's gradually building up, this chemtrailing. They are slowly working their way up, spraying more and more than ever. in the other years. Okay, and now I'm getting an email as well of Paul, and he's stating the same thing. They've now pushed it further. They're pushing it to the limit now. They really are pushing this now, and it is shocking to see this, isn't it? Around 10:30 a.m. Look at the skies. It is dreadful, isn't it? Absolutely dreadful. Let me go to another vintage video that a kind subscriber sent in around 5 p.m. and I want to show you this, please. Okay, there's a piece of footage that's come in from the USA in New York City. Now, this image that you see, this footage, was taken on May the 20th, 1999. Look at the skies. This is what we're looking at as well, is the spraying that you saw on Paul's images. Okay, in the UK and many parts of the world, it's being hammered, our skies now. But looking back at the 1999 skies on this video, there is no chem planes, nothing that's being sprayed. Also, the light source you see around 10 a.m. on this video is nice and bright, as it used to be in the past. Look at the clear blue skies. It is now time to be open up for us now, humanity, to know the truth. The powers that be need to speak to us, say something, because we're all seeing these changes now. We are slowly coming to a stage now that we don't trust the government anymore, because they are still being quiet about what's going on in our skies. They're still saying that chemtrails are contrails. They're not. These are poisons that spray in our skies. Jason Deering as well took this photograph recently showing these strange formations in the sky. Now, they're using HAARP on full power, a technology that's been around for a long time. And every morning, many people are noticing this strange formation in the skies. That white light object that we see that rises, and they continue to spray it. The area that we see of this white object, it is being hammered up there, isn't it? So Jason, thank you for this image, because many people are seeing these strange formations. Here is Jason's next image. Just poison that's being filtered into our sky to cover up the truth. Now, again, in the UK, why geoengineer the UK? Doesn't need geoengineering. It really doesn't. It never has had a problem with droughts or anything like that. But we do realise now that it's to do with the sun. And there's information as well that's come in, and people who are wide awake to the truth realise that all the other known celestial bodies in our solar system are heating up. They are getting to a point now that the temperatures are rising everywhere in our solar system now. Our sun is falling to bits. The coronal holes are getting bigger. The huge blasts are still happening. And our Earth's magnetic field is still being hammered every day. And it is becoming much more stranger, isn't it? We are seeing different colours, we're seeing more chemtrail activity, and we know that those celestial bodies, okay, have made their way back. And it's about time, as I said before, to be honest to the general public now around the world. Okay, here's a excellent photograph as well that's come in from Charlotte, from Verona in Italy, and it was only taken yesterday. Now, look at this image. This is a truthful photograph as well. Now, this is what we're describing, and this is what I hope many people would see what is going on. Now, this colour that you see here, this plasma, this light source, is from this reflector. But what you're seeing as well on the horizon is the true colour of the sun, our sun, that we saw again on the 16th of October. That orange reflection is reflecting right across our horizons, and they can't cover it up. Now, these past weeks, it's been showing itself, this colour, all the time, and I hope that many people will keep an eye on the horizon. If you've got high performance cameras and you're using your mobile phones, please take images of this orange haze now, because it's got more intense. It's showing itself now much more than any other year. 2 colours. So thank you for sending this image in. We have Steve Perillo. Now we've seen images all the way through the different videos from Steve, and he is a genuine brother to the community, a fantastic person that's showing the truth. Now I just want to point out as well, the subscribers now are gaining, aren't they? There's more subscribers coming into the watching these videos, and I believe again it's just very important that more and more people are waking up to this. Now if they weren't spraying the skies and nothing was going to happen, then I would just I wouldn't be doing this. But hand on heart, I know that wormwood is a true object, okay, and it's affected Earth in the past many a times, and it's coming back, okay. Now looking what I said as well just earlier on, there's no true reason why they should spray our skies every day in higher populated areas, as on this photograph as well. Look at all this, just poisons. And Steve emailed stating for this title of this photograph, garbage in the skies, and it really is, isn't it? It's a total mess to cover the truth. So thank you for this photograph. Terry Connors from the USA sent this photo in as well. Very interesting, because look above, we're seeing these harp clouds again. It is just a mess, isn't it? And this huge reflection. Again, we're seeing many of these reflections in the skies all the time. They weren't there back in the day. We never saw these reflections back in the early 60s right through to the late 90s. Other objects, and just, I mean, it's just to cover the truth. There is far too much of this poison, but people driving their cars are still naturally unaware what's going on. They need to wake up and watch people just think this is normal because they got so used to it, and they still think as well because the media are turning around and saying that everything's fine. Also, we've got other attachments coming in from Kevin from Spartanburg, another part of the world, showing how much they are chemtrailing in the skies at 10 AM. Now this photograph as well is recent. Look at the reflection on these cars. It's far too white, far too dark, and the shadows above as well. All this again is just poison. Can you see that pink haze as well around the area of this object? I mean, they are really hammering the skies here on this photograph, proving that other parts of the world are being sprayed. Do you think for 1 minute that this area in this country need to be geoengineered? I don't think so. There's no way. They are covering the truth. So thank you for this image. Here's the next photograph by this kind subscriber. Now we do know that that is a lens flare, okay, but what we're seeing here, these strange twisted chems and this strange colour in the skies, it's all to cover the truth. Our sun is being hugely affected and they don't want us to see it. And still, again, people from other parts of the world driving their cars are ignoring the true situation. I mean, look at it. I mean, they all just stopped and took a brief look at their skies. They would all know there's a huge problem. They're spraying it, hoping for us not to see it. I mean, everybody on the comment board and also sending emails in and watching the videos can clearly see there's a huge problem. Okay, we've got 2 attachments coming in from Covert58, kind lady subscriber that takes the images around 10:30 in the morning, and she says in her email, yes it does get truly darker and then becomes lighter. And she's noticed as well this huge cloud system. Can you see this on the screen? It moves very strangely and slowly towards the area of this simulator. Look at the dark colour here. This reflection is not from the sun. Everything dims. It's so sad to see this because it's harming everything. The trees are not getting their proper sunlight, the ground, us. Wildlife again are not on the trees, are they? There's nothing. This image again was taken in the USA. Look at the dark shadows again. I mean, everything is just being covered up. This kind person turns the camera around to the other side. I mean, look again, this strange formation. And there's no filter or any deception on these photos, because people just want the truth. They want to show you what they're seeing, and it does dim, it does get dark. I mean, the giveaway is this tree. You can just see it's a natural tree, and the light source is different, okay? And all this again, thousands of feet high, is just being sprayed, covering the truth. So thank you for these 2 attachments, and thank you for your kindness. Yes, I've done it again. Another email's just come in from this kind subscriber just moments ago. So she's taken her camera to the skies right now as we speak. Look at these lines again, and she states that people are just so unaware of this. I mean, all they have to do is look out their window and take a look. Everything is just being sprayed to cover the truth. Look at the white colour. It's not the same yellow sun anymore, is it? Let's go to the next image. More lines in the skies. It is truly like noughts and crosses, isn't it? Every single day this is happening, this lady subscriber's saying. They're covering the truth. This white light source again coming up from the horizon. Very, very strange, but again, all this again is unnatural. She also states, as the area of this reflector is rising, it does become much darker, she states. Look again, the dark skies above and this white light source. Very strange. Right, I'm going to go, okay? And I'll be back shortly because I've still got hundreds and hundreds of photographs to go through. I've got to get up early again for work, and over the weekend I will have more time as well to make and produce more videos. I've still got lots of videos of the past skies, some real